disappointing free agency, to be honest with you. We'll have flexibility next year, but flexibility doesn't score. You don't like to lose talent. That's always a tough save. Guys?
We'll see how they bounce back, Doris. Thanks.
Taking it to the rack with power right there.
And hammering down with the two-handed slam.
Well, they already had him staggered, and now all of a sudden they're throwing some haymakers.
For the Pelicans, getting young talent is one thing, and they want to make sure, Clark, that they got the right talent to fit alongside their stars.
Kevin, I really think sometimes the cohesiveness and the fitting of the parts is overlooked and undervalued. And Pelicans are trying to make that a real priority. Not only do we want talent, but we want it to fit together nicely. You got to give them kudos for that.
That's a good point. A platoon swap here for New Orleans.
Well, let's take a look at where New Orleans ended up rank-wise in the league last year, Kevin. First in blocks, 6th in three-point field goal percentage. And they were top 10 in fewest team turnovers. This team has a number of players that take care of the ball and value every possession.
And the thing that really jumps out at me when you talk about all those stats, Clark, is the blocks. Because number one in the league, obviously really protecting the paint. They had good length, a lot of depth, and the overall team defense, the rotations was really solid because we saw players across their roster blocking shots.
And Jones slams it home.
And unfortunately, we've seen a few too many of those. A lack of concentration and alertness, a turnover, and an easy bucket the other way in transition.
And if we see a few more of them, this game could be in danger of getting out of hand quickly. Tell you what, to be successful, this team needs his scoring, and they're really counting on him.
Out to the right wing. Rivers dishes to Davis. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot two.
Anthony Davis voted most likely to have a breakout year 2, and the GMs called it right. First-time All-Star, most improved candidate, statistically a top 10 player in the league.
And you look at the numbers for Davis last season, 20 and 10.
And you throw in about 3 blocks and 1.5 steals a game, as well as him upping his scoring while improving his percentages. The sky's the limit for this guy.
And the rebound goes to Howard. Howard's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. Harden outside. A 3-ball. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Davis has got 6 rebounds here tonight. A wide open look here for Holiday. No good with the triple. Houston leading by 10. They get the rebound.
Ill-advised shot selection right there, Clark.
It really was. I mean, very low percentage shot there. Now that's finishing your work right there.
Powerful two-hand jam. You're right.
If he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will really start shrinking.
Anderson passes to Davis. And the powerful one-handed slam.
Oh, man, they needed a run to get back into this game, and they got it.
And a good one, defensively and offensively. It's been a terrific stretch for him.
And Beverly kicks to Howard. Lays it up, and despite of the excellent defense at that, Howard's got 13 points.
He's been one of their more reliable options today, guys. I mean, his shooting has led them to this lead.
Boy, the shots finally dropping for them in bunches, and I'll tell you what, the complexion of this game has totally changed.
You know, that kind of offensive eruption was the only thing that was going to get them back into this one.
And it's slammed in by Davis.
Boy, I tell you what, the D was way too soft right there, like Jell-O. You got to do better than that.
Clark, he's not the kind of guy you want to get in the way of.
No, exactly. I mean, he's a hard man to stop. Oh, man, that was unreal.
Mark it up. Tell you what, he's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Absolutely insane with that dunk.
Well, now they're starting to rub it in, aren't they? Build up a lead, and here we go, folks. It's showtime.
And why not? I mean, the more plays they make like that, the more they'll have these guys on the ropes.
Davis with the block. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Snatched up. And another shot. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Great job. Taking it right at the defense. I like the aggressiveness.
Yeah, he left him no choice but to foul there.
He hits the second from the line. 20 seconds left in the third quarter of the game. It's Harden with the drive. Takes it up with both hands and rips it down. No challenge from the defense there. Clark could have put that one through any way he wanted.
I love the choice there, Clark. Going hard to the hoop for that throwdown.
Yeah, that's invisible defense leading to a very visible finish.
Timeout called here. The Pelicans decide to talk it over. One of the stories here, James Harden getting it done today.
He's been absolutely on fire from outside. They've got to get into his jersey, get up into him, force him to pass or drive.
Rivers with it. He has 5. Holiday with the 3.
Yeah, again, iffy shot selection there. Defender draped all over him.
Well, you got to understand who's guarding you in that situation. I mean, if he's on you tight, you can't just rise up and try to shoot over the top.
And a great show through 3 quarters as we enter the 4th. Who will carry the day? Rockets ahead, leading by 9. From New Orleans, back in a moment. Rockets leading by 9. 4th quarter on the court for the Rockets. Beverly and Harden man the backcourt. Terrence Jones is down low with Howard. And it's Ariza in the small forward position. Harden inside the 3-point line. Howard kicks to Harden. Goes up again. And Davis sends it back. Inside. Holiday. Yes, and a nice assist from Evans. Evans has got 3 assists in the game. Harden dishes to Jones. Stolen by Rivers. Evans attacking. Counts the bucket.
What's going on defensively there? A lack of focus, no concentration. Too easy.
Harden kicks to Jones. And it is flushed down with a nice jam.
It makes it so easy for your teammate when you can lead him with a pass like that one.
And here's Anderson from the arc. Ariza with the rebound.
Hard work on the glass once again, fellas. They put a lot of effort into their rebound.
Well, you get more rebounds, you get more possessions, more shots at the hoop, and oftentimes that decides the game.
The 3 from Anderson. That's good.
Unstoppable offense from both teams. I love the pace this game has been played at.
So does everybody else in the building. This has been a fun one. The one-hand tomahawk for you, folks. That's automatic highlight reel material.
That got their entire bench right up and out of their chairs.
Yeah, that's how you get your teammates fired up, Kev. How huge has he been, giving his team the lift?
Without his work offensively, Steve, I don't know where they'd be. Shooting at great efficiency. I don't think they'd have a chance without him.
And that one's good.
You got to put bodies on the glass right there. They just are not getting it done on the boards.
Yeah, they've got to do a much better job of going harder than that to the glass.
His shooting has been so good today. He may have to take it upon himself to try to get his club out of this hole.
Pelicans trail by 7. And Davis, here we go. How's that for an answer? Right back with the dunk.
Signature slam right there from the big fella. How many of those have we seen before?
Maybe a low percentage pass, but it still nearly got through.
I like it, though. I mean, it's an aggressive play. Heads up defending to deflect it away.
It's Harden with the drive. Harden draws the double. It's rebounded by New Orleans. Davis has got double-digit rebounds now in the game.
First team foul. All right, fans. Who do you think is going to come out on top in this game?
Now a timeout called by New Orleans.
How about the Pelicans?
Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Yes, Kevin, Monty Williams was just going over the plan with his team. The three-pointers obviously have been hurting them, and he told his players, we've simply got to play them tighter on the perimeter. We can't afford to give them these wide-open looks. Kevin?
Now a timeout called by New Orleans. We're in the final quarter of play here, 3 minutes in. And the layup is good. And now just a 3-point Rocket lead.
His stroke has been dead on. Inside, outside, wherever. The shot's just falling for him.
I'm not sure how I like this one. He used the rim to get some true hang time there.
Now he just wanted to make sure the landing was softer than the tip.
Okay, I'll buy that. I'll buy that for now. That very well may put the finishing touch on this one. Not at all the time to get sloppy with the basketball.
How about the killer instinct, Clark? Not running the clock out, but pushing it ahead and tacking points onto their lead.
They are really getting the work done inside with their rebound.
Yeah, not giving up too many second chance opportunities, which is always important, and that's been one of the reasons they have the lead right now.
And Harden with the basket on the assist by Ariza. Ariza's got 3 assists in the game.
Some defensive breakdowns are starting to show up now. Their last 4 buckets allowed have come from very close range.
And giving up these easy chances is going to do wonders for their confidence. They can't do it all. I mean, he's scoring big numbers, but he's got to get some help from his teammates.
Pelicans trail by 7.
And the clock is their worst enemy right now.
Yeah, they've got to work very quickly here, Steve.
The shot kept alive. Jones, the pass to Harden. Makes it off the glass. Harden's got 41. And what's your take, guys, in the hustle stats for the Rockets?
Their activity at the defensive end, Kevin, has been really impressive. Attacking and coming away with steals.
Something else they've done is force a lot of mistakes defensively. They've been turning those turnovers into points.
Stolen by Rivers. Dives for it. And that's out of bounds. New Orleans will retain possession. And Holiday kicks to Davis. Buries it. Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
Unselfish basketball on the interior. I love that, and you got to think the coaching staff does too.
And here's Harden for 3. And the shot is good. Harden's got 44.
Well, that just adds to what's probably an already insurmountable lead. I think they'll be walking out of here with a pretty easy victory.
Steve, I think that's a given.
32 seconds left in the 4th quarter. And that is good.
Well, if it wasn't already out of reach, it is now thanks to this spurt.
Just keep on firing, man. No reason to slow down now.
The shot by Holiday, no good.
You know, when the shot's not there for you, you've just got to recognize it and move the ball on.
Yeah, I think he had tunnel vision right there. His only thought was to shoot it, no matter what else was going on.
Here's Anderson. A second chance effort. And Davis gets it to go. Davis has got 37.
I think we could be seeing a repeat of last night, fellas. He's just battling out there.
So Houston wins it. They